Okay, hear me out. I had to get an SUV. I had 3 cars. All of them were 2-door sports cars. And the wife says, Corey, you're taking your kids here to baseball every now and then. You gotta haul a kid and a friend. It's just a pain in the butt to always move a seat and stick them in a back seat of a 2-door sports car. So she made me sell my AMG S-Class, and replacing it is this 2021 GLE 63, which is the twin turbo V8 S in the coupe form, which looks better than just the regular SUV. You gotta go with a coupe. If you're like me, you gotta have a little bit of sexy in your SUV because most of them are pretty boring. Get the coupe body style. BMW does it, Audi does it, Mercedes does it, Lambo does it. The coupe is the way to go. So today I'm gonna tell you several things I love about this car and many things I actually don't like about it. And at the end, you'll see if it's a good buy for you or your family. So the first thing you gotta love about the AMG, this particular 63 AMG, is the power. That's the #1 reason I got it. Twin turbo, V8, everybody knows it's a 4-liter twin turbo V8, hot V, the turbos are right there in the middle. This particular model, 603 horsepower. But the main thing that stuck out to me is this has a mild hybrid system. There's a battery in it, a 48-volt mild hybrid battery. And this is a 2021. Mercedes was doing this in 2021. It took until 2025 for BMW to do it, for Lambo to add it to the Urus till 2025. The Audi RSQ8's only now just getting it, and you have to spend on the Audis of 160, 150, the Lambo, you know how much that is. You can get one of these with the mild hybrid for 79 grand. That's what I paid for this one, 33,000 miles, 79 grand, certified pre-owned, 3 years, unlimited miles, certified pre-owned. And you're getting the technology of a brand spanking new Urus in 2021. That's the first thing I love. The power that this car makes, especially usable power, because you can make a ton of power at the high end, right? This one with the electric assist around the street, I mean, you just tap the gas and that 48-volt kicks right in. You don't have to wait for the turbos to spool and wait all this time for it to really go. It makes power instantly. And that's the #1 thing I love about this car. #2, it's pretty hard to beat AMG Mercedes interior, especially for the price. Urus, Audi, BMW, whoever, sure, they're great and all. But the luxury you get out of a Mercedes, in my experience, beats all of those cars. The interior is so nice, so quiet. The seats are incredibly comfortable. There's only one other seat I've had more comfortable than this one, and it was an S-Class. This one's a GLE, so you can see where they're getting their stuff from. The interior is amazing. It's pretty hard to beat an AMG Mercedes interior. These seats properly bolstered, really, really comfortable, Cadillac comfortable, to be honest with you. Check out the steering wheel. This is like off of a straight up race car. Carbon fiber, Alcantara. You've got your toggles to put it into Sport, Sport Plus. You got really good paddle shifters. Carbon here. This thing is luxurious. And then 2021 model, but check this thing out. You have 2 huge screens, touch screen and then your other screen. This has pretty awesome navigation that is Google. You can search using Google. So the navigation system is better than whatever's on your phone. So I don't even use Apple CarPlay most of the time here because this is a better navigation. You've got massaging seats. Boom, comfort. Hot relaxing massage? I don't know. Shoulder massage? I don't know. How strong do you want it? It's up to you. My favorite, track package. I can find a track and it'll show me around the track. Or here in a moment, I'll show you how we'll go drag racing. It'll tell us 1, 2, 3, go. And it'll tell us what our 0 to 60, our quarter mile is, all that good stuff. I never drive this thing in comfort mode. Comfort mode is a little too bouncy every time. Sport is the actual comfort mode for me with the exhaust loud on. So right here on the steering wheel, you can lower the vehicle, you can raise the vehicle. It's like 3 or 4 inches of clearance difference you can do. And then Sport Plus lowers it even more. It's got air suspension, so lowers it even more, tightens it up even more. And then my individual mode, when I go back here, is everything crazy powerful. Everything to the max, dynamic, manual transmission, Pro, Sport Plus, and powerful. When you're ready to drive this thing like it is a sports car, individual and Sport Plus really works. And right here, obviously, it has the heated and cooled seats. And the heated seats, I love this feature. It's called rapid seat heating, I believe is the term. And it works in like 15 seconds, the seats get hot, but also your armrest is hot. The left armrest is hot. I mean, it's like an S-Class in here. And this car is really only missing like 2 important options. So Burmeister, it has Burmeister, but it has the Burmeister level 1 and not like the Burmeister Pro or whatever they call it. So it's only Burmeister down here, but the tweeters aren't. It still sounds terrific, but not quite as good as my S-Class Mercedes that had Burmeister 1 and 2. And the only other option it's missing is soft closed doors. This doesn't have it. You still gotta close the doors like you're poor. It won't do it for you. Now, if I have to be nitpicky, you know, one of the things I don't love about the car is the jelly bean shape. Like, it's still better than a standard SUV, but I like sports cars. I like really sharp styled sports cars, Lambos, for example, SF90 Ferrari, stuff like that with the sharp. This one, you know, it's the jelly bean style. It's great and all. It looks much better than a base model, you know, SUV. Do I wish it was like Brabus kitted with huge wings and big fender flares? I do. I suppose I can modify it that way. It blends in with the crowd a little bit more than I like my cars to do. While we're on the topic of styling, Mercedes is so guilty of doing this, but their top of the line 150K, 200K spec cars look so similar to the base model cars. This is the 63S. It's hard to tell this from the base model single turbo inline 6. You know, really the only way you can tell the difference is the badging is slightly different. The brakes are bigger. And then on the rear, the tailpipes are different. Besides that, you could mistake this for a $45,000 base model and blame this on being the 2021 year model. But the running boards down here, they kind of mess up the styling in my opinion. Now the brand new one, the 25s, it still looks identical. It's 99% of the same car, but they have like sporty side skirts. This one has more SUV running boards and they're kind of useless. You don't really use them as a step. And then when you're getting out, they're kind of in your way because the car is not that tall. It's not like a 3-row SUV that's up here. So the running boards, and I can fix that. I can put the new side skirts on it. They're like $1,200 from Mercedes, then get them painted. So we're talking about what we like about this car. And I have to say, when you get an SUV, and not a huge one, like a decent sized one like this, that's relatively sporty, it is kind of hard to kind of have a sports car when you have something that can do so much. Sometimes you want to drive a sports car because you want to get beat up by the sports car and you want to wrestle with it. Woo! That was fast. Love that. But a lot of the times with a car that can literally do almost everything, it has tons of power, you know, straight line power, faster than most sports cars. The sound is there when you put it in Sport Plus, but then you have the comfort, the luxury, the room. It's hard to beat an all-around car and then makes you want to, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but makes you then want to get into a sports car. There's days where you're just like, you know what? I don't want the sports car. I want the all-rounder. And that's one thing I love about these high-performance SUVs because you get the best of both worlds. So if I'm complaining a tiny bit, the drivetrain may be a little bit too much for this chassis. I mean, it's not a sports car chassis, right? It's a floaty SUV. There are times where I feel like the powertrain just doesn't mesh well with the chassis. But on the bright side, you turn the dial to Sport Plus and start using the paddle shifters, it really does tighten up and it makes it feel just fine. But in comfort mode, they don't match. Really, the last thing to complain about is that mild hybrid system, that 48-volt battery that's in there. You can hear it. In a Mercedes, you sometimes want, and I'm used to an S-Class, maybe that's my problem. You can hear it. Like you get past 40, 45, or when you downshift and you get on it, like not only do you hear the turbo, but you can actually hear that whirl, that whoosh, or whatever sound you call out of an electric motor. You can hear it right there. It sounds like it's coming from kind of where the engine and the transmission meet right here. It's a bit louder than I expected from a Mercedes. So next, let's go on a cruise and tell me how much you like the driving style of this thing. 4 seconds flat. We did worse that time. We got one that's at 3.94 seconds. The last one we did was 4 seconds flat. Let's see if we can beat that. And again, I mean, this is a 6,000 pound SUV. And it feels fast enough. On the street, you really don't need much more than this. No traffic that way, a little bit of traffic this way. All right, hard brake, build the revs, and action. That was definitely faster. 3.5 seconds, boy. 3.49. Jeez. What I did that time is I held the revs a little bit longer, kind of let the boost build a little bit more. 3.49 is really good. Now we can put the AC back on in comfort. It's crazy how you can feel the difference in the two. Half a second. Half a second is a lot. I think the other thing that helped is we drove a little bit longer between the two and gave the battery some time to recharge. Oh, look, it even has my name, GLE. I don't have enough room to do a quarter-mile test, but I would like to do that next. My guess is it runs like a 11.9, maybe a 12-second quarter mile. So in closing, you're a car guy, you're a car dad, you like sports cars, you need something to be able to haul kids around. Did I make the right choice? Because for 79 grand, can you find a better twin turbo V8 mild hybrid? No, can't even get them until 2025 for most cars. For 79 grand, can you get a twin turbo V8 mild hybrid 600 plus horsepower vehicle with an unlimited mile 3-year warranty? No. I personally think I made a terrific decision. Yes, could this be a Lambo? Could this be an Aston Martin SUV? Sure, it's twice the price, at least for the Aston 707. The Lambo is even more than that. All in all, I think I made a responsible, good decision. And soon enough, maybe I'll get the Lambo SUV. Leave a comment below, tell me what you think. Did I make the right choice? Would you have spent my 79 grand any different? And if you like this type of content, subscribe on YouTube, more to come. Also find me on Instagram, Corey McFly, because I'm the flyest. I'm just joking, that's what I like to think. But find me on Instagram, subscribe, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.